Long before the kingdoms of men learned to fear dragons, the royal house of Dracovia was bound by a sacred flame. The blood of dragons ran through its princes, granting them power beyond mortal reach. But when the line was stained by greed and treachery, the blessing turned into a curse. The last heir, Prince Kael'draven, was condemned to bear the weight of his ancestors' sins. As punishment, his soul was bound to a dragon's wrath. By day, he was human. By night, a creature of fire and sorrow, doomed to destroy all he loved. His kingdom fell into ash and myth, erased from every record, whispered only as a warning to children who dared wander too close to the ruins. Centuries passed. In the forgotten city of Avonmore, where hunger ruled and the nobles turned away from the cries of the poor, a young pauper named Elara Rin survived by stealing from the wealthy. She lived in the shadow of others' sins, never knowing that her destiny was tied to the prince who burned his world to ruin. Elara's life was a blur of rooftops and moonlight. She slipped through the cracks of Avonmore's crumbling walls, unseen and unheard. One fateful night, while escaping the guards, she stumbled upon an ancient castle said to be haunted by the burning phantom. Inside, time stood still. Dust covered forgotten portraits, and the air carried a faint scent of scorched roses. In the heart of the great hall, she found a figure chained in shadow. The air shimmered with an unnatural heat. A faint symbol glowed beneath her feet, reacting to her presence. The moment her fingertips brushed the cold metal of the chains, ancient runes ignited, burning their mark into her skin. As the moonlight touched the chained man, his body convulsed. Bones twisted, wings tore through flesh, and a roar shattered the silence. In terror, Elara fled through the corridors, her heart pounding as flames consumed the walls behind her. When she finally escaped into the forest, a strange light pulsed beneath her skin, the mark of a dragon's curse, now bound to her soul. The following days blurred into fevered dreams. Elara's sleep was filled with visions: a crown of fire, a prince's fall, and a kingdom drowned in flame. The mark on her arm pulsed whenever danger neared, warning her of unseen eyes. Meanwhile, across Avonmore, a series of murders spread terror through the city. Bodies were found reduced to ash, their hearts torn from their chests. Whispers of a fire demon filled the streets, and the royal inquisitors declared a hunt for all practitioners of forbidden magic. Unknowingly, Elara became the center of it all. The mark she carried drew both hunters and hunted to her, pulling her deeper into a world she had never known existed. Every step she took led her closer to the truth, that she had awakened something ancient, and that its power was beginning to stir again within her. Driven by an unseen force, Elara left Avonmore behind and journeyed into the forests beyond the kingdom's reach. The mark guided her to forgotten temples buried under ivy and thyme, where symbols of dragons adorned the walls. It was there she discovered the truth hidden in fractured carvings. The legend of the cursed dragon prince and the witch who had bound his soul to fire. The witch, once a royal sorceress, had cursed the prince to atone for the blood he had spilled in his quest for power. Her final act before vanishing was to seal the curse with her own bloodline. Elara's reflection in the ancient mirrors revealed what she had refused to believe. She was the last descendant of the witch who had cursed the prince. The blood of his doom ran through her veins. The knowledge shattered her. The curse that marked her was not an accident. It was fate reclaiming its due. The bond between the cursed bloodlines began to awaken. Elara could feel the prince's torment echoing within her. Waves of rage, grief, and longing that burned through her every thought. The fire that consumed him now flickered within her chest, turning her tears to steam and her fear to embers. The cult known as the Crimson Veil, long thought extinct, rose once more from the shadows. Their aim was to complete the ancient ritual and resurrect the full power of dragonkind through the blood of both the cursed prince and the witch's heir. In a moment of desperate resolve, Elara faced them, her heart steady despite the inferno around her. Flames bent toward her as if recognizing their master. For the first time, she felt the dragon's fire respond not in destruction but in protection. The power that had cursed generations began to twist into something else, something that could either save or destroy the world once more. The night of reckoning arrived beneath a blood-red moon. The veil between the mortal and the cursed world began to crumble. The crimson veil gathered to complete the ritual, chanting words older than the stars. Elara stood at the center of the flames, surrounded by ash and memory. The mark on her arm glowed like molten gold, and for the first time, she no longer ran from it. She accepted the curse, embraced the fire, and called upon the bond that tied her to the lost prince. The dragon's roar echoed through the heavens. Fire and soul became one, burning through the chains of fate. The ritual collapsed, consuming the cult in light. When the dawn finally came, the flames had vanished and silence blanketed the land. In the ruins of the ancient castle, the curse was broken. The prince's soul was freed, and the mark on Elara's arm faded to a soft shimmer, a reminder of what once was. The legend of the cursed dragon prince became a story once more, but in the quiet corners of Avonmore, those who had seen the night sky burn swore they could still feel the warmth of a dragon's heart beating within the wind.